Today we are honoring Ukraine's Independence Day, which is on Sunday, August the 24th. And speaking will be Ron Malashewski, Andy Scribilo, and Irene Olson. And then I'll have a few words to say. So I'll introduce Ron first. Ron Malashewski is born and raised in Kenora in a strong Ukrainian community. He has resided in Calgary, Montreal, Winnipeg. He returned to Kenora in 2004. He is president of Cliff Lake Entrepreneur Advisors, providing corporate consulting services and coaching for startup and early stage companies across a diverse range of sectors. He is past president and executive board member of the Kenora and District Chamber of Commerce. He's also a member and past president of the Rotary Club of Kenora. He continues to work with the Chamber and Rotary Club and the business community on their initiatives for business and community development and growth in the region. So I'm going to turn it over to Ron.
Thanks, Peter. Yeah, Malashewski, obviously that's the anglicized version. The European side, when I'm there, is Melchevsky, Molashowski maybe, but you know who I am now. With the upcoming Independence Day, we're all concerned about the future of Ukraine, and we hope that the situation is going to get resolved to the best interests in favor of the Ukraine. In the meantime, for the newer residents here and immigrants here, you're now in a safe place within a welcoming community. And let me explain that welcoming community as I was growing up. My mother, Stefania Zolkiewski, was born in Poland. My father, Peter Malashewski, was born in Busiera, Ukraine. Small village now of less than 100 people, I understand. His father, Mykola Malashewski, married my grandmother, Justina Atamanyuk, in the Ukraine. That's another common family name in Kenora. They immigrated to Canada in the 1920s near Roblin. My grandfather passed away in the early 1930s, and my father was still young. And they moved to Kenora shortly after. My grandmother remarried Fred Slobodian in Kenora. Now, I was born in 1953, so I enjoyed I have many memories of the Ukrainian community here in Kenora. I grew up in the East End, Brickyard, some call it Cabbage Flats, but you know the area towards Round Lake. Some of us refer to it as Yukon territory, Ukrainian on every corner, which is literally what it was. Many of us had uncles, aunts, cousins, close friends nearby. Familiar names: Atamanyuk, Prohitko, Stepanek, Ratushniak, Ratuski, Senek, Lozinski, Kuchma, Scribilo, even though it doesn't sound Ukrainian, trust me it is. Yaramko, Liderovich, Zirkins, Robak, and that's just mostly right in the neighborhood. Now, when our parents, grandparents came over, few, if any, spoke any English. But as their kids grew up, they could bridge that language barrier. If the elders needed groceries or supplies, call Al Stepanek at LK, Sam Hencherik at North End Store, or JB Grocery, and they'd be looked after. Now, Ukrainians came here with nothing to build a new life, as some of you are doing now. Many in the community understand the challenges you endured before you left the homeland. I remember the hard work the immigrant families did. Typically, the men in our neighborhood would work on the rail gang, while the women would be doing the supportive household chores and working the garden. Many in the neighborhood, or some in the neighborhood, had chickens, a cow, maybe a couple of pigs. Many of my memories are similar to those of the first generation born here in Canada. I remember many things from my youth. The many weddings, celebrations, feasts at the Ukrainian Hall, excellent food, all you can eat, either there or St. Nicholas Church. Ukrainian classes on Saturday afternoons. I think I lasted a year, but unfortunately, I didn't grasp the language, and I regret that now, which is, you can't state enough the importance of maintaining your culture and your language. We had neighborhood corn roasts with neighbors, and we shared with what we had. Remember the fresh vegetables from the gardens in the neighborhood? I remember the babas coming back after a day of picking blueberries or mushrooms. Those are great memories. And actually, Andy and I were talking about those. We were reminiscing about those yesterday afternoon at lunch, because he grew up just a block from where I am in the same area. Now, I'm also, as Peter mentioned, I'm also past president of the Rotary Club of Kenora. Many Rotarians have also donated personally to Ukraine, Ukrainian support and relief. Rotary is dedicated to causes that build international relationships, improve lives, and create a better world to support our peace efforts and to end portfolio. Now, world peace is a cornerstone of Rotary International, and we support every effort to resolve conflict in the best interests of those suffering. We wish peace would break out more often than war these days. Rotary Club welcomes you to Kenora, for those who are new here. We'll be holding an event for World Peace Day on September 21st. That's a Sunday at the Peace Park in Kenora. We welcome your participation, and the details will be coming out. Deb will have those for us. So we want you to know, the newer people here, that you're welcome here. The Ukrainian community was well established here for many years, but sadly it's getting smaller as the elders pass on. The community must remain strong and vibrant here, and your contributions as newcomers will be most important. Welcome to Canada and to Kenora. Slava Ukraini.
Hello.
Now, before Randy begins, I'm going to give him a brief
Oh,
introduction.
okay. I got a
No,
bio.
Come forward. No, I need your mic.
Okay.
So Andy's a lifelong resident of Kenora. Kenora, he was born here, and he attended several years of Ukrainian school. And he's a retired manager of Bell Canada's Northwestern Ontario region. He has been a long-time president and executive member of the Kenora District Chamber of Commerce. He's also active with the Kinsmen, along with many service organizations and initiatives supporting business and community development in the region. Thank you.
Thank you,
Andy.
Peter. I want to take this time to thank Peter for doing all the legwork behind this. And as Ron Malashewski, he is a mentor in Kenora on all business, new and old. Ron and I can sit and have lunch, and I'm 64, so many memories are the same back from the old days. So it's the people that organize this are the foundation and of Ukrainian descent. As you can see, that's my real name, last name. It was changed at the border when my grandmother came over. As I said, my name is Andy Scribilo. I'm the son of Andrew and Helen, grandson of Anthony and Mary, and John Couge and Mary Couge. I see today that Nicole is here, my dad's brother. a Scribilo at heart. So welcome, and welcome all the people. As Peter said, I am a lifelong resident of Kenora. I went to Ukrainian school for many years until high school, and they were going to have Ukrainian as a second language, is how important it was in the community. The support was a little community within a community at the Ukrainian church, Greek Orthodox, which did dancing, a Ukrainian school, thanks to Mrs. Wojtowicz, Mrs. Ness, who just recently passed at over 100, Mrs. Hoshva, who today her daughter's a dentist in town. I am the current president. Ron was president of the chamber, so handing it off to Uke. So the chamber's mission is to promote thriving business climate through the growth and prosperity of our members. Our vision is to be leading in business organizations in Kenora and area. Maximum value to our membership by recognizing and encouraging the private sector role as a driving force in the local and regional community. We welcome our new immigrants, and I know a lot of places like Safeways, I see them there, Copperfin Credit Union, very much valued members of our community. I reiterate that you are moving into a supportive community, that there's always going to be somebody there to ask a question or supportive of what's going on here. With the Chamber's long history in Kenora, we had the opportunity to see many Ukrainian immigrants come to Canada and Kenora. And I know personally with Ron, myself, we work with the foreign workers of Canada under the federal, and we welcome them into Kenora to help out in our community. Many of these immigrants were entrepreneurs who started with nothing and established businesses, services here, turn of the century. And I just want to say, dentist Nadine Hoshva, Show Lake Wild Rice is Benny Ratuski and his family. LK Grocery is Al and Kay Stepanek. North End Store, Sam Harncharek. Cozy's Grocery, Nick Cozy. Right Way Decorating and Painting is Bill Konoski, and now his son Dean that you see in town, and his sons are active in the community, so Dean and Tamara. JB Grocery, Kenora Law Office, Rod Suchuk, partner, lawyer, here for many, many years. And what I want to mention is Emil Mikowski, E&G Log Sawing, been in business for over 80 years. So a mainstay in Kenora where his dad started it, passed it on to the kids. Many of the immigrants also took on jobs on the rail construction and maintenance. My grandfather worked on the B&B. John Cooge, I was at his retirement years and years ago. That was their life of going out every week to work wherever they needed to go. The Ukrainian community was a significant contributor to the development of the Kenora area and will remain supportive of our newcomers and those who have been here for a long while. I do have to give special mention. For years, Father Darren Gallivan organized Ukrainian church. He started a youth group, spent countless hours of trying to move our community forward. I know many, many years ago, I was on the Ukrainian choir to go door to door at Christmas time. I used to do the New Year's greeting. It's a lot of history that we can't forget. The history is great. The past is what we reflect on. The present is what we should ensure we don't forget. And as the future, it's the young people coming up so we don't forget our heritage. So thank you, Peter and Ron, who is a dear friend and fellow Uke that I can sit down anytime and have coffee. And we reminisce about the old days. It was a tough time, but you know what? It was a good time. Many laughs, and funny, I look at this shirt from my grandfather. has a few stains. Spent 2 days trying to get them out. And they're going to stay. Thank you.
Thank you. Can I borrow
Yep.
your?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Good. Thanks. I'm now going to bring forward Irene Olson, and I'm going to give her a short introduction. She's a member of the Ukrainian Women's Association, and she wants to say a few words, and so let's welcome Irene.
So Olson is not very Ukrainian, obviously. My maiden name was Ratushniak, and my parents and my sister immigrated to Canada in 1948. Yes, Mary was 2 years old at the time. On behalf of the Ukrainian Women's Association of Olha Kobylanska, which I am pleased to be a member of, I'd like to thank the city for raising and flying the Ukrainian flag in celebration of Ukrainian Independence Day. My understanding is the flag will be flying later today. The Women's Association in Kenora was established in 1929, a number of years after the Ukrainian Hall, the Presvita, was first established. They chose the name Olha Kobylanska, a famous Ukrainian author and female activist, as their patron. Over the next several decades, the women contributed to the Ukrainian and to the local community. Ukrainian school, dance, concerts, and social events were held. Later in years, I was very fortunate to be part of all of that. I have wonderful memories. But going back in time during World War II, Olha Kobylanska helped the Red Cross doing things like folding bandages and knitting socks for soldiers. They formed a very tight-knit community, supporting new immigrants and those in need. In later years, the Ukrainian Women's Association made significant financial contributions locally to refurbish a hospital room in the chronic care unit at the Lake of the Woods District Hospital. They also refurbished a patient room at Tamarack House in Thunder Bay, which I believe is now known as Amethyst House, for those who are receiving cancer treatment. They established a local legacy with the mural painted on the RBC in 2001, depicting Ukrainian history and tradition. They established the monument of an Easter egg on the harbor front, commemorating Ukrainian settlement in Kenora from 1892 and forward. They made a financial contribution to the Rotary Peace Park. Over the years, they've donated to the children of Chernobyl and bought countless number of storybooks, educational books for children in schools in Ukraine. Now, the Ukrainian Women's Association is honored to have many Ukrainian newcomers to join our group. They are all making a very valuable contribution, not just to the Ukrainian community, but to Kenora as well. I admire their courage, their strength, and determination. And on a personal note, I am very proud of all of you women. Thank you for being part of us.
Can I say two things?
Yes.
I just want to iterate because I look around here and I see Ron Kristolovich here. His dad and his mom were instrumental, Nick and Hattie. And you know, Kenora would never be the same because Buck Matiowski, which Buck's Brigade, very dedicated to the city, and we still have the Matiowski Farmers Market. These long-term people, Wasil Sokolic was running the Kenora Kinsman. His son Travis is now running it. all of these people gave back to the community, and we can't forget what they did, even though their names are here, is what they really did for our community. I wrote a lot of stuff down on here, and I want to make sure I don't forget, because they do deserve a big thank you for what they did. They don't feel they did it. Very proud people, and Ukrainians are proud and do not give up.
I want to say a few words on behalf of Ron Berezowski, who's president of the Ukrainian Profession and Business Club of Kenora. He couldn't be here today, but that club has been instrumental in reviving Ukrainian Dance and Culture Camp in Kenora, which was kind of gone to sleep for a few years, but the club has brought it back. And so it's a week-long camp. There was one this summer, and it involves children aged 6 to 12. They're taught dance, language, geography, and Ukrainian crafts. And the camp culminated in a presentation of dance by the students for the parents and family. So Ron says, we're looking forward to continuing the camp in the coming years. As Ukrainians, we are proud of who we are, and this camp is a way to build on that and to share it with everyone. I want to say a few words on behalf of Kenora Sports Ukraine. Some of us are wearing the shirts. Kenora Sports Ukraine started a few years back in 2022 when the war started. And we brought over and supported 7 to 10 in varying degrees with financial support. We raised over $100,000. And Yulia and Alexandra, I don't want to put you on the spot, but these are two of our most famous newcomers. And they're as Andy was saying, they're just a tremendous contribution, an asset to this community. And behind me is Irina, who wasn't supported by us, but has supported the rallies which take place every Thursday at the Peace Park. And she also contributes by correcting our mispronunciation and reading Cyrillic. So we really appreciate her help. She's our translator. And before I forget, there is a handout which my wife Darlene has. Please take one before you go. It talks about 8 or 9 different organizations you can contribute to for the support of Ukraine. And it also on the back talks about a memory platform which honors the fallen. And that's what I want to talk about. Behind you, behind Sally and Deb, every Thursday we gather at the Peace Park to honor the fallen. And the names of the fallen are taken from a memorial platform. Every casualty matters. So we gather here today to honor Ukrainians who've fallen a few days before Ukrainian Independence Day. We gather to remember those who continue to resist, have hope, and build for a Ukraine which is at peace. For those who gave their lives on the field of battle, or going about their daily business, or trying to hide from enemy missiles and shelling. We remember those whose names are on the poster board, the soldiers, Igor, who loved fishing and mushroom picking, and whose daughter remembers him as giving his life so that others could live. She remembers her father saying, "Who, if not me, will go to war?" Ruslan, 37, who wanted to open a restaurant and is remembered as kind, good, and brave. Sergei, 29, who dreamed of becoming a chef and about whom his daughter Daria said, "War takes the best. My father was the sunshine after the rain." We remember civilians who died from bombardments, including 92-year-old pensioner Barbara, who lived through war, famine, and lost her husband many years ago under one of Stalin's purges. She is remembered as wise and kind, and for her cherubeki and Greek pie. We remember 25-year-old Yana, a cook who died along with her 5-year-old daughter Lisa. We remember Timothy Tzvitka, the flower, 3 years old, who is remembered as a bold and inquisitive boy who loved ladybugs and beetles. 17-year-old Uliana, also a cook, who loved to ride motorcycles. 7-year-old Alexei, who loved Lego and sweets, and before his young life was taken, went on family trips to Egypt and Turkey and was able to experience the sea. 15-year-old Alina and Danilo, boyfriend and girlfriend, who were diligent students and perhaps dreamed of a life together. And Alexander, a handyman who lives on in the hearts of his daughter and family. So those are the people we remember. And we have to express gratitude for what they have given, and we have to recognize with gratitude what we have that they don't have. So please pick up a sheet. You can find out where to contribute to help out Ukraine. I'd like to invite my wife, Darlene Stepanek, to say a few words. Thank you.
I hope I don't cry, but I might. No, I'm okay. As many of you know, we have been meeting at the Rotary Peace Park every Thursday at 12:15 since February to remember the invasion of Ukraine in February of 2022. We try to make Kenora citizens aware of the continuing struggles in our homeland. We remember the thousands of children kidnapped and taken from their country by enemy troops. We remember the thousands of brave soldiers who continue to fight and die for their homeland. We remember the millions of citizens whose daily lives are upended by struggle and fear. August 24th, 1994, Ukrainian Independence Day, is a date to be celebrated. We applied for and received permission in early August to have the flag raised today. It is the city's responsibility to physically raise the flag. Yesterday at 3 o'clock, I received an email that no one would be available to raise the flag because of a staff appreciation event. I, along with all members of the Ukrainian community, am disappointed. We are told the flag will be raised later today and will fly for a week. As Ukrainians know, we have resilience. Ukraine has been fought over for hundreds of years, and we prevail as we fight for independence and existence. And when we pass by the flag flying here, we will remember Slava Ukraini.
Maybe before I want to read one. Ще хочу хвилинку вашої уваги. Я хочу зачитати вірш Ліни Костенко. Це наша українська чудова поетеса. I want to read the Ukrainian poem about the Ukraine in Ukrainian. Just 1 minute, please. Усе моє, все зветься Україна. Буває часом, сліпну від краси. Спинюсь, не тямлю, що воно за диво. Оці степи, це небо, ці ліси. Усе так гарно, чисто, незрадливо. Усе як є. Дорога, явори, усе моє. Все зветься Україна. Така краса висока і нетлінна, що хоч спинись і з Богом говори. That's it. Okay, let's sing it.
Thank you.
Ще не вмерла України ні слава, ні воля. Ще нам, браття молоді, усміхнеться доля. згинуть наші вороженьки, як роса на сонці. Запануєм і ми, браття, у своїй сторонці. Душу й тіло ми положим за нашу свободу і покажем, що ми браття козацького роду. Душу й тіло ми положим за нашу свободу і покажем, що ми браття козацького роду. Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Okay, thank you everyone for coming. And if you want to read some of these testimonials, they're really good. And you can go on the website that for the memorial platform.